Everybody, welcome to Cougar Football. I'm your host, Josh Quaddy, here with Brian Shoemaker here to call tonight's game. It's our last home game of the season as the New Heights Cougars take on the Plattsburg Tigers. It should be a good game for us tonight after we had that heartbreaker last week. Cougars fell at a last-second play. We had the opportunity to win the game with just a few seconds left, and we had a painful pick in the end zone, which cost us. But all in all, it was a great performance against Appleton City, which was a state-ranked team that we were going against. They came out quick on us, scored 24 points, and then we outscored them 50-30 after the first 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Had an opportunity to walk away with the win, but just couldn't come out with it. It's kind of one of those games that we wish we had back. And so we go straight from that into another test tonight against another state-ranked team, Plattsburg. Plattsburg's 3-1 on the season. And their only loss coming against another state-ranked team, Bishop LeBlond. And so tonight, talking with Coach this week, kind of reviewing Plattsburg's film, kind of looking at what we're going to face tonight. This will be our first test against a true passing team. So most of the teams that we've played this year, they focus on the run, and then they do a pass play every once in a while. This team wants to air it out. They are pretty balanced, maybe even if they tip the scales a little bit to their passing game. They got a big physical quarterback who can throw the ball, but also enjoys, he can run downhill pretty big, and he is a strong runner. A big physical team. They've got another running back, number 39, that runs behind a pretty impressive offensive line. Defensively, they run a 3-2 press man coverage. So they're going to hit our receivers on the line. They're going to bring three, and they kind of sink guys back in, their linebackers back, and try to crowd the middle of the field. They're content to push our wide receivers back into the middle of the field. So you'll even see them line up with their back to the out of bounds, their defenders, their corners, to try to push that towards the inside. And this is a team with swagger. This is a team that kind of anticipates winning tonight. So we'll talk more as we go live here, getting ready for the kickoff. We'll talk more about kind of talking with Coach Lucas, kind of what his game plan is tonight, and then what we can see from our Cougars. So let's go to the game live.
All right, almost ready for kickoff. The Tigers have the opening kick.
Yeah, one of the things that we heard from Coach was it's the battle in the trenches. What is our line going to do against their D line, and vice versa? Are we going to be able to stand them up and create plays out of our O-line, our D-line?
All right, we're ready to go. Friday Night Lights underway. Kickoff down into the middle of the field. Bounces first. Derling scoops it up and has some space. Good gain all the way up to the 36-yard line, and the Cougars have a first down.
Hey, great way to start the game. A good catch. And Levi, we haven't seen a lot of returns, especially big yard returns like that one was. I think that was about a 20-yard return, maybe. 25-yard return. So great return by Levi to give the Cougars good starting position.
We did get some information from Coach on this two-back set. Decker with two in the backfield. Handoff to Derling, rushing to the left. A short gain before he gets stood up. Clock keeps running, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Coach calls that their alignment there where you've got Logan catching out of the gun, and he calls it the Raider because he's not a Chiefs fan, which is sacrilegious this part of the country. Calls it the Raider, or the nasty split is what they call it.
Handoff to Miller. Has a little space, gain of about 4, brings up 3rd and 5.
So that time trying to get Cannon a little bit of speed there, try to kind of vault over the player a little bit, but they weren't biting it. So far, a couple run plays, testing out the line. As Coach said, the line is a big test for us today.
Two in the backfield again, 3rd and 5. Decker in the gun. Hands off to Miller with Derling blocking ahead. And Good pursuit by the Tigers. They bring him down for about a gain of 1. Brings up 4th and 4 just beyond midfield.
Yeah, Levi went out there to set that block, and Cannon had just kind of that hesitation trying to shake the guy, but that just allowed enough time for another lineman to come over and to get contact with him. So we got Caleb Hipple coming in, a little extra blocking on the edge. Looks like the Cougars are going to go for it.
Sullivan in the slot on the left, Miller out wide. Decker keeps it, goes right up the middle, but gets stuffed short of the line to gain. And it'll be a turnover on downs for the Tigers.
You know, in the game, in the big plays, you got to give the ball to your playmakers, right? You know, and it's 4th and medium, and you know, coach goes to the play call to Logan to try to go create something, and unfortunately, it's a turnover on downs. Now it'll be Plattsburg's ball. Now watch, they've got 2 guys already spread out wide here.
Snap, handoff up the middle. Gain of 6 by the Tigers after a gang tackle there at the end. Number 39 is the ball carrier.
Now here you see their line here. They got a big boy there. 70, is it 76? 78? Yeah, 76. Jackson Krause, he's a big body in there as their center.
2nd and 4. Number 16 in motion, and a jump false start on the Tigers.
Yeah, it looked like Caden McLadden. Is that right? Number 52. Or no, excuse me. Luke Para moved a little early on that. Just kind of got twitchy there.
Swing pass, handoff to the, what is that called? A pitch to the right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I drew a blank there.
Just kind of a sweep as the wide receiver came across. Just a simple play. They're starting off with, you know, not really testing the pass here. This is one of those things that's interesting about this team. Like I said, that, you know, in the games that I've watched of Plattsburgh this year, they do like the pass. They try to keep it, you know, kind of open. But so far, they're just trying to attack the line, test the line, and see what defensively we'll give up.
3rd and 1, 2 receivers to the left. Single back to the right of the quarterback. Handoff, breaks the first tackle, and gains enough for a first down.
Yeah, that time looked like Caleb Kennedy was trying to grab him from the top, try to come around the top of his head, and he just kind of slipped through that tackle and was able to go. I believe it was Crew Holland who finished the tackle there. They're big. Their quarterback, their running back, their line. Those are big boys.
Grayson, the quarterback. Handoff on the jet sweep. He has some space, gets a good gain, enough for a first down and more, all the way down to the 10-yard line, and another first down for the Tigers.
And one of the things that I noticed in watching their film earlier, you know, that just kind of that patience they had. He was just running behind his blockers. Wasn't a top-end speed, but it was just staying behind what your line was giving you.
Number 7 in motion, shovel pass. He's got space and gets in for the touchdown. And the Tigers score first.
Let's go ahead and watch a replay of that. Yeah, Logan had a chance. He got a body on him, just kind of bounced off of him. And the rest of the guys were blocked on that.
7:50 left on the official clock. This will be an untimed 2-point conversion. Quarterback keeper, and he moseys on in for the 2-point conversion.
So last week when we were playing Appleton City, we started off flat, started off slow, got down 24-0, and then spent the rest of the game digging out. And again, like we had that chance to win it at the last few seconds of the game, but digging out of that hole. And so hopefully the Cougars this time don't take so long to wake up and can really attack. But all running that time by Plattsburg, just kind of taking left side, right side, mostly a little bit down the middle. Just really testing our line and our tackling.
Kickoff by the Tigers deep. Miller's there to receive. Has some blocks. Miller to the edge. He's got a lane and gets brought down from behind after a nice run.
Hey,
down inside the 30-yard line. Mark it on the 29 of the Tigers. First down for the Cougars.
Hey, great return by Miller. Good blocking there. Several guys holding their blocks there. And just good speed by Cannon to give the Cougars great starting field position. I wonder if they're going to keep kicking it to us after this.
Decker alone in the backfield, 4 wideouts. Takes the snap, looks to the right. Derling, good hands to bring that in. And a good gain. Far official looks like he's marking it right at the line. Just short of the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, good catch by Levi. Good quick pass. And be able to catch that ball, be able to keep it tight, and then turn around and get upfield a little bit. That gives the Cougars a great second and short.
Two in the backfield this time with Decker. That's Miller and Derling. Handoff to Miller on the delay. Miller rushes to the right and picks up the first down.
Yeah, good simple run. Not trying to do too much, but get up there, get that first down, and keep moving those chains. Good catch and run. And we're seeing a lot of that, Levi and Cannon just taking turns out of the backfield and moving the ball up the field. Coach calls this the nasty split.
Decker takes the snap. Overthrows Miller to the right. And that will stop the clock. I actually didn't get it restarted on the first down reset, so we'll let it run down. 6:27 is the official time on the clock.
Yeah, that was a great play design. Cannon was able to slip out there. He was open. If Logan would have been able to hit him, that was a touchdown. Just overthrew him just a little bit. But I like to see what we're getting here in the passing game.
Second down, 2 wide receivers out. Derling in the backfield behind Decker. Decker takes the snap, hands it to Derling. And Derling a good gain, 5 yards, will bring up 3rd and 5.
That's some good blocking up front. They've got some big guys, and they were able to open that lane. Levi was able to jump right through that. So Kennedy and Long and Tate Angel got hurt last week. He's there on the sideline, not playing today. And so I was asking Coach who we're going to see there take over that center role. We're going to see a little bit of Anderson and maybe some Wesley. So we're just kind of going to see how that position unfolds today during the game.
3rd and 5. Decker looking to pass, rolling to his left. He's got some space, gets enough for the first down, and right at the pylon, ruled out just before the end zone. It'll be 1st and goal.
That looked good to me.
Boy, he does. His foot does turn up that line. We have those temporary lines down.
I don't know, man. He dropped his shoulder right into those guys. I didn't see him step out of bounds. I feel like that's a little.
Well, like I said, you do see the line come up when he hits it. Let's see if we can look at that again. You see the line flare up as gets hit right there. It's hard to tell when that happens in comparison to the ball.
Yeah, the ball broke the plane. Oh, low snap. and touchdown.
He gets in there for the touchdown.
Low snap. Is that? Watch that replay there. Levi. Looked like a low snap, and he just pitched it forward.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Man, great heads-up play by both players. Well, I think that was Cannon.
Yeah, Cannon Miller took the
that was
the pitch.
Good heads-up play by, number one, to catch that snap, and then to be able to quickly get it to Miller for him to be able to catch that. That happened quick.
Decker in the gun, looking to the right for the two-point conversion. Buying time, has a guy on the backside and overthrows Durling. The two-point conversions were a thorn in the Cougars' side last week. And starting out tonight, unsuccessful.
Yeah, it looked like he was looking first for Jake Sullivan. But then, he was covered, so he brought it back across the middle of the field and just overthrew Levi. But great, that possession was started off with just that great return by Miller, and then just really a good hands play by Decker and Miller to get that touchdown. So good response by the Cougars.
Caleb Hipple taking the kick for the Cougars. The Tigers just have one player back. That looks to be, I'm having trouble seeing the numbers tonight. Number 7, back to receive.
Oh, get him. There you go.
Doesn't have much place to go. Tackled by number 15, Anderson Smith for the Cougars.
A great tackle, open field tackle to really pin him back. Last week it seemed like Appleton City knew when we had one kicker out there, we were kicking long. Right, if Logan was out there, we were kicking long. If Caleb was out there, we were kicking some type of short play. But that time, Caleb kicked long. They only had one guy back there. I wonder if that caught them off guard a little bit from the film that they had watched.
Quarterback takes the snap, looking deep, wobbly ball, and big hit by Decker to break up the play at the end. The receiver is down injured. Let's take a look at that on replay.
Yeah, good protection, but then our line got through, underthrew him just a little bit. But glad to see number 4, Gavin Boyle, be able to get up from that. It was a great, it was pretty good coverage there by Miller. And then Logan was able to come through there and put a good hit on him, good timing. Right, it was after the ball went through him, through his hands, stuff like that, and just kind of be able to finish that play off. Good job by our line to rush that pass. I definitely think that contributed to that kind of floating it a little bit.
Tigers in an empty back set, player in motion, quarterback keeper. He's brought down after a short gain, good pursuit by the Cougars.
So, on those quarterback keepers, that quarterback there, he's a strong player, physical player, runs into contact. Not trying to, and again, he doesn't have the top end speed that we've seen from other quarterbacks this season, but you've got to get a good hit on him and bring him down.
Brings up 3rd and 8. Pass to the right, incomplete. And 4th down.
A great defensive stand by the Cougars. I have a tough time seeing them try to go for it at this point. Early in the game, just a 2-point differential. I imagine we'll see a punt here.
Does look like they are in a punt formation.
Miller's back to receive the punt.
Punt is away. Miller lets it bounce, takes a Tiger bounce, and 3 Tigers there to down it. Rolls to the 15-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will take over 1st down.
Yeah, I like what they did that first play. They went for the pass, and our team did a great job defending it, putting pressure on the quarterback. And then they kind of got behind the sticks after that run didn't go anywhere. And really with great field position defensively, the Cougars were able to force 3 and out. And now have an opportunity to put together a nice run like that.
Cougars come out. Decker in the backfield with Durling. Miller to the left. Handoff to Durling. Swarm tackle by the Tigers and a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, 44 there. Jaden Schoneber got a hold of him, and Levi kept driving through, kind of that tackle there and was able to break free. But by the time he broke free, there was a couple other defenders there that were able to bring him down. But Levi runs so hard, just churns those legs.
Yeah, I'm having a little trouble seeing the numbers tonight. As the sun goes down a little bit more, it'll be easier. Decker in the gun with 2 in the back. He's looking for a receiver down the left. That's Miller, and just overthrows him, bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, he had him open. Cannon was running a good route. I don't know if maybe Cannon slowed down on that or anything like that, or just Logan overthrew him. But Cougars respond with their own aggressive play calling there. Now they're down 3rd and 12 and got a lot of ground to make up here. This is not 4-down territory. Midfield and 8-man football, depending on the score, is usually 8-man or is usually 4-down territory, but not back at this deep.
Durlin in the backfield with Decker. Decker rolling out to his right. Finds a player over the middle. That's Sullivan. And he makes the completion, enough for a 1st down.
Hey, what a great play by Decker. Logan's rolling out to his right. You could see the moment when he's trying to decide, am I going to run this? Right, but then he sees, Sullivan cutting across, mirroring his movement across the field. And makes a great play, good catch. And the Cougars pick up a 3rd and long.
Good patience by Decker, staying behind the line.
Yeah, that was one of the things I wondered after that pass was, did he cross that line of scrimmage?
Decker hands it off to Durling. Durling falls forward for a gain of 2.
See Kennedy with that big push in there to help open up that lane. And just kind of fighting. And, it's these kind of plays that keep the defense honest. Right? You can't, you just can't go the same type of plays over and over again. You want to do something that helps them stay focused, stay attentive, that we can go any place.
Cougars trips to the left. Decker alone in the backfield. He's got plenty of time. 2-man rush. Decker tucks it down and takes off down the right side. Gets the 1st down. And we'll stop the clock going out of bounds.
Now you'll see this, right? So you've got that press coverage by the defense where they're manning, right, pushing them back into a zone. And so Plattsburg drops so many guys back in coverage, right? Especially whenever there's an empty set like that, where there's nobody in the backfield and we got 4 wide in that spread offense. Then Plattsburg sets all of those guys deeper, trying to gum up the middle of the field, either forcing you to pass to the sideline or do exactly what Logan did there, take what they give you and run up there for a 1st down.
Decker has Durling in the backfield again. 3-man rush this time. Decker has a lot of time. Looking over the middle, finds Durling. Good hands on the extension. And good tackle by number 4 for the Tigers, Gavin Boyle. Gain of 8 on the play.
Great hands by Levi. That pass was really zipped in there a little bit ahead of him. It's interesting. So one of the things that I noticed now, last week, Plattsburg played against a team out of Kansas City, Kansas. The team wasn't necessarily particularly good, and Plattsburg was playing their 2nd team the whole 2nd half. I'll come back to this in just a minute.
2 receivers to the left. Durlin in the backfield with Decker. Pancake block by Long. Two-man rush. Wide open by Miller on a broken coverage, and Miller's in for the touchdown.
What a play. What a play. Big Smooth, Max Long in there. There's some debate if he's Big Poppy or Big Smooth. I think I like Big Smooth here. Okay. But a huge pancake block. Way to keep working Cannon. Wide open. Good catch. Drive it into the end zone. And just great play. They can't not. Plattsburgh's got to change. They cannot set that many guys because Logan can pick them apart. And the guys just did a great job. The wide receivers keep fighting to get open. And a great, huge touchdown score for the Cougars.
Cougars have the lead 12-8, 2-point conversion attempt, 3 wide receivers to the right. Decker looks to the right and overthrows number 25, Jake Sullivan. Again, 2-point conversion, no good.
Hey, great touchdown play. Kendon Miller's having himself a heck of a night so far tonight. So Plattsburgh, last week they played against, like I said, a team just outside of Kansas City, and went up pretty quick. But one thing that I noticed was in their secondary, in particular, they kind of they have a lot of team swagger, they have a lot of confidence, and they're looking for the big play, right? They want the pick, right? So they're not going to chase players all over there. They're going to kind of set pat and trying to wait, see if they can pick off that play, make a big tackle.
Caleb Hipple takes the low kick. Picked up cleanly by the Tigers. Has some space. Ball's loose, and he gets back on top of it. I believe that's number 16, Jesse Berry, that took the return. He's able to get on top of it, and first down Tigers.
Woo! Close call. Almost gave the ball right back to the Cougars in good field position, but was able to jump back on it. So defensively, like I was saying, I'm interested to see if they change that dynamic. They want to sit in the middle of the field and just try to pick that ball off or to make some type of play through there in the middle of the field. But so far, that has not been effective to stop the Cougars, giving Logan all day to throw that ball.
1:31 left here in the first quarter. Grayson back, takes a snap, empty backfield, looks to the right, has a receiver open, and a good catch, gain of 20 on the play, all the way down to the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
So as the game goes on, I knew tonight we were going to see our corners get tested. So far this season, we haven't had a lot of teams that pass on us with high regularity. And so tonight, our corners, whether we're playing a man or a zone, are going to get tested in there quite a bit.
Stacked to the left by the receivers. Handoff on the sweep. And number 16, Barry, all the way in for the touchdown.
Pretty significant block there on the outside. I couldn't tell maybe if that was on Holland. She got shoved out of bounds. Yeah, just a driving, kind of sealed crew on the outside line. And then I think that was Logan, didn't have the speed to catch up with them. So huge quick response by the Tigers.
14-12 now. The Tigers have retaken the lead. 2-point conversion attempt upcoming. 3 receivers to the left. Looks to the right, but out of the back of the end zone. I think that was one of those cases of just not realizing how deep the end zone was. So he threw that 5 yards out.
He was clearly over. That's so tough. You see the pylons back there, right, to be able to mark the back of the end zone, but you just don't have a feel for it because the colorization and, those just little thin, strips of tape or fabric to mark the out of bounds and inbounds line.
It seems like traditionally the pylons at the back of the end zone aren't on the line. They have them on the line tonight, but it seems like traditionally they're a few yards back from the line.
So Cougars here tonight playing a home game at Webb City High School. Missouri Southern's been our home the rest of the time, but Southern has homecoming festivities, so we had to move to a different location. So Webb City High School hosting us tonight for our final home game of the season.
Yeah, big thank you to Webb City for letting us use the facility. Awesome to be able to do this tonight. Kickoff by the Tigers. Miller back to receive. Some good blocks up front. Miller goes into traffic and gets brought down past the 25, being marked at the 27. And it'll be first down Cougars.
Yeah, another big kickoff. Something we haven't seen consistently yet this year. And we see a lot of squibs, a lot of onside kicks, a lot of just trying to get short yardage. And this time they're just driving it back and allows us to get a running start and try to create some, we've had one big return tonight and another good return there by Cannon.
Two-back set again for the Cougars. What do they call that? The nasty?
The nasty split.
Handoff to Miller. Durling gets a block on the edge. Miller all the way down the line and out for a first down.
A good basic play coming on in the end around. So that nasty split, as Coach calls it, or he calls it the Raider, okay, because he, again, hates the Chiefs. We need to make sure that we keep talking about that so that Coach gets a few notes about that today, this week. But when he pulls two guys back there, it gives them the option of one becoming the lead blocker and the other one becoming who receives the handoff and moves it downfield. So that's what we saw that time. Levi provided that lead edge to set that edge and open up that lane for Cannon to be able to run through that.
Sullivan and Hipple in the game for the Cougars as down tight ends. Handoff to Durling as the single back and gets stood up at the line for no gain. Bring up second down.
Yeah, an 8-man, that's kind of the heavy set, right, where you bring in and put everybody on the line and try to create some type of opening there.
Looks like they did give him a yard, 2nd and 9. Decker alone in the backfield this time, looks to pass to the right, has plenty of time, rolling to the left, pulls it back and finds Sullivan on the long delivery. First down for the Cougars.
I wonder how much of this is the play and how much is this is just the guys creating. Okay, so, yeah, Jake was there. It looked like he was finishing his crossing route. Cannon was still up high. It looked like his route was complete. And they've got really kind of a midfield safety in number 6, which is also their quarterback. And asking him to guard a lot of field after the kind of initial play has changed.
Durling behind Decker, and looks like we have a flag on the play. False start on the Cougars.
I didn't see any movement there, but they called that pretty quick.
So that'll bring up 1st and 15.
Looks like we got a timeout. Plattsburg calling a timeout here. Yeah, I love what the Cougars have done so far to their passing defense. They have really picked it apart. Logan has all day to throw. The line's doing a great job keeping him time, and he's mobile enough. A lot of times he just needs to take a simple step to the side, a step back into the pocket, and he's just able to dissect that defense. And great job by the receivers. Keep moving, keep giving them an open spots. Looking at, Coach's least favorite team. Travis Kelsey does a great job of busting up the zone by going and finding that free spot. That's why, we're looking for the Chiefs to three-peat. Again, I hope Coach is listening to this. So when you have a good team, you have good strategy, to kind of create that. Now with Rasheed Rice out, we're going to be tested. But back to Cougar football.
All right, 1st and 15 after the false start. Decker in the backfield with Durling. Takes the snap, drops back. Looking for Hipple on the sideline. I believe Hipple brought it in. Are they giving it to him? 10-yard gain will bring up 2nd and 5. Let's take a look at that on the replay.
Caleb cutting back to it. Yep. I wondered for a second if that pass he was looking for Levi, but no, that was right to Caleb.
Yeah, that was a nice set play. You see both defensive backs went with the long route, and it opened up Hipple for that out route. Well, I didn't get the clock started there. I thought he went out of bounds.
Yeah, he stopped just short, and they let the clock run out. So that'll be the end of the first quarter. A solid first quarter for the Cougars. You know, while we're down 14-12, it's really 2 scores to 2 scores, right? Both teams have been able to score. The Cougars have just been shorted 1 2-point conversion. And I love what I'm seeing here as the Cougars are able to bust up their secondary. I mean, just that extra time in the pocket, you know, Logan keeping his head, looking downfield, and players. I mean, and these aren't short passes, right? They're really making them flex. And, you know, part of this looks like Plattsburgh's, you know, just, I don't want to say conditioning, right? But these are long plays. And our wide receivers are running them side to side of the field.
Yeah, this is a different look from Decker than what we've seen all year. Is patient behind the line of scrimmage, and Decker's taken back a couple run opportunities that he's had to instead take the pass option.
Well, and then the line's giving him great protection.
All right, 2nd and 7. Handoff to Durling, rushing to the left. Gets a couple yards. Actually took a big hit on the back of his head there. Be 3rd and 5.
Levi's tough. He bounces right back up. And now we got a 3rd and about 5 here. And I you know, this is 4-down territory, right? When you're on this side of the field, we got about, 17 yards to go. 18 yards to go. You don't have to gain all of this in one play.
2-back set for the Cougars. Decker fakes the handoff, makes the pass to his right, had Durling as the intended target, but threw it too low, and 4th down upcoming.
Yeah, that was a bobbled snap there that created just a bit of delay. And this is kind of what I expected. Now we saw a little bit, I don't know necessarily a blitz, but you saw some of that. Instead of just bringing 2, 3, looked like that time they brought 4. And they're trying to put pressure on Logan to try to, throw that ball, not have so much time in the pocket to just pick apart their secondary.
4th and 5, empty set for Decker. He takes the snap. Looked like a design run. Decker breaks through but can't get enough. Out of bounds, short of the line to gain. And that's a turnover on downs. Tigers will take over.
Man, that was close. Logan reached for that pylon, but wasn't able to get it before he got out of bounds. This is what we talked about last week. Sometimes there's times to run out of bounds, or sometimes to turn back up field, and try to gain that yardage back, just kind of so close to that line to gain.
Yeah, it looked like he had it for a brief second, and a good push by the defender to take him off his line. Quarterback keeper to the right.
In the back.
And good wrap-up tackle by Durling to bring him down after a short gain.
Yeah, that was a real obvious block in the back. Durling's there, body facing squarely the quarterback as he kept it. Gets shoved, with the forearms of that defender. But it didn't matter because Levi still finished that tackle after just a short gain.
Grayson takes the snap for the Tigers. Looking to his left. Has some time, gets wrapped up from behind as he delivers the ball. And a nice catch for a 1st down by number 16, Josiah Berry.
And that was a big play by Plattsburg. You see the strength of their quarterback. He was falling down as he made that pass. Incredible play and just a diving catch. I wish we had close replay, right? Where we could see, did that hit the ground? Did he,
If anybody's interested in being the cameraman for the close replay, we can definitely have that option added for next season.
Well, that's when we go to the 3-4 camera options, right? Where we've got cameras at the midfield, we got the tracking camera, and then we got the player cameras. So that's next year for New Heights Cougar football broadcasting. That time he just dirted that pass. That was just short.
All right, 2nd and 10 upcoming. 2 wide receivers to the right, single back. Quarterback keeper again by Barry. And the Cougars sniff that out after a short gain, bringing up 3rd down.
Yeah, good job by the Cougars. Again, we haven't seen Barry have explosive speed. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but they haven't given him the opportunity. But he does have big power.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty methodical runner.
So the Cougars just, absorbing that hit.
3rd and 6, just beyond midfield. 2 receivers to the right. Number 39, that's Bingham in the backfield for the Tigers. Barry pitch on the option. And Decker reads it, gets in the backfield to make the tackle for the Cougars. Do they keep the clock running? No, they said the clock stopped. Wasn't sure if they were going to call forward momentum there.
Yeah, so now it's an interesting play here for Plattsburg. It's right in the midfield. It's 4th and 9. Right? I don't know if they're going to punt here. Maybe they're going to trust their offense here to create on this play.
Call it 4th and 9. Barry in the backfield with a single back. Drops back to pass. Has some space. Holland comes up to make the tackle. Barry's able to get past and get out of bounds for a 1st down. Crew Holland read it, was able to step up, but couldn't wrap him up.
That's a big boy. That's a big boy. I think maybe kind of one of the ways that we can oversimplify this game so far is against the power of Plattsburg versus the speed of the Cougars. Right. So that time you could see that it was well covered downfield. There wasn't anything that he wanted to risk throwing into, but then he just used his power to kind of push Holland over and to pick up that 1st down.
Dante Bingham in the backfield with Barry. He has plenty of time, looking downfield, looking for it all. Flag on the play, corner of the end zone, and touchdown. Let's wait for the flag to see, but it looks like it's going to be a defensive penalty.
I would assume it would be holding there in the backfield by the Cougars.
Yeah, in the secondary.
Deep, yeah. When you see that flag that deep, holding against the Cougars. So that touchdown will stand. Man, what a pass. He threw that perfectly to the back corner of the end zone. That was a big-time play right there.
Yeah, let's take a look at that again on replay.
Sets back, waits for that play to develop. Really launches that.
For some reason, I've been calling Grayson Barry. I think that was our, I don't know how I got to start calling him that, but number 6 is Javion Grayson.
That was a big arm and a big play by Javion to get that heck of a throw.
Oh, number 16 is Barry. That's where I was getting confused. But, yeah, Grayson, the quarterback. And the 2-point conversion is good to number 4, Gavin Boyle.
Yeah, that you could see that from our angle clear as day. He got that inside break leverage and then cut it out to the outside. Cannon was stuck on the inside, and he was able to get that catch. And that was just a big pass. It seemed like pretty well defended on that touchdown play. The Cougars trying to break through that line.
Yeah, that's just a perfectly thrown ball to the corner.
That is an impressive throw there by their quarterback. So
Javion Grayson, 6'1", 205, and he looks every bit of it.
He does. And a big arm. That had 45 or so.
Kickoff stops right at the goal line.
Pick that up.
Derling has to pick it up. has some space, finds the edge. Durling out on the races and all the way up to midfield before he gets knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, that pass we were talking about, I think that was a 45, almost 50 air yard pass. Just dropped a dime in there.
Yeah, he throws it from the 45 to the goal line, which is the 0. So, yeah.
That's a big-time pass. All right, great return there by Levi. Good blocking to set up a good return and get the Cougars to midfield.
All right, 22-10. Tigers have the 10-point lead. Decker takes the snap with nobody back. Quick pass to Miller on the left side. And Miller, nice gain, gets out of bounds just right at the line. Depends on the spot. Looks like they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, hey, great move by Cannon, just using that burst of speed and to find that baseline. Made one guy miss and then was able to, from this angle, relatively simple catch and run for a first down. It's always good when we see our Cougars getting played 10-yard chunks.
Again, 4 receivers out. Decker alone in the backfield. 2-man rush. Decker looking downfield over the middle and broken up. Durling got a hand on it but couldn't bring it in. Good defense on the backside by the Tigers.
On that play, again, it's so interesting that they're only rushing just a few guys. They only rushed 2, right? And so our O-line did a great job holding them back. And they just muddy the middle of the field. So, some of those you wonder if they're going to turn into quarterback keeps.
Yeah, again, 4 receivers out. Decker alone in the gun. Quick swing pass out to Kronowit. And number 44 in on the tackle along with 74. That's Florence and Schoneber for the Tigers, bringing up third down. 3rd and 7, we'll say.
A good quick catch by Corbin, cutting to the inside, but there wasn't really much room for him to go.
Yeah, Corbin looked quick on that, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was a athletic looking play, but good sniff out by the Tigers.
Yeah, that kind of crossing play, designed to pick up, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards.
Decker again alone in the gun. Looked like a called delayed run play for the Cougars, but sniffed out again by the Tigers. Loss on the play, bringing up 4th and 9.
Yeah, that time, whether they sniffed it out or whatever, they just didn't rush 2. They kind of brought in and gummed up all the gaps. And so Logan didn't have really anywhere to go.
Yeah, it looked like a designed delay run by Decker as he did the Statue of Liberty pose for a moment. Is that what they call that?
Statue of Liberty pose?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that term, but sure, let's go with it, Brian.
All right, Decker takes the snap, 4th down play. Big play for the Cougars. Decker has time, gets to the edge on the right side, makes a move. It looks like Decker pulled up lame. I can't tell if he's making a hesitation there.
Yeah, I think he just slowed up. I love that. Good read by Logan. I've watched him enough. It seemed like he had decided pretty early on he was going to run that ball. But what he did was he allowed the defensive back end to bite a little bit harder on those receivers and just opened up that lane. And knew what he needed to get. I think he just kind of pulled up. I don't think there was any injury there. Just kind of pulled up and took those yards.
1st and goal for the Cougars from the 10. 2 in the backfield. Handoff to Durling. Stuffed after a gain of about 3.
Yeah, following Caleb Kennedy there, Anderson, Max Long, trying to follow that block there. But the defense crashed in around it. And, we're able to stop him for a 2-yard gain. This game's really flying by tonight.
Late play call coming in. There's just 8 seconds left on the play clock. Cougars hurry to the line. Miller drops his mouth guard, and the Cougars are going to have to take a timeout.
Yeah, it just seemed like they had a tough time getting the call in, trying to decide what to do here. By the time they got there, they didn't have as much time left, and wisely, instead of take the penalty, give their guys a breather. You know, a lot of games. It's interesting. A lot of games we see the 6 minute every quarter early in the season, 6 minute drink break. A lot of those guys, but that doesn't exist. Even though it's pretty warm here tonight. We're
Yeah.
also in a giant metal box, Brian.
I think it's hotter here than anywhere else in the stadium.
Yeah, there is an air conditioner in the room, but we couldn't figure out how to. We didn't have the controls to be able to turn that on. So
Hey, we can't be good at everything.
you have all this technology setting up everything like this, but we can't figure out the air conditioner. We're live broadcasting a football game from a metal box, but we can't get the AC turned on.
Yeah, this is a big possession. 6:25 left in the second quarter, down by 10. Second and goal from the 7-yard line for the Cougars. I was just thinking earlier in the week that I don't think we've seen a delay of game all year.
No.
And this
not
is
any of the home games.
This is the first time I've seen them actually have to burn a timeout to get the play in.
Yeah, they usually do a good job getting the play in the time.
All right, 2 in the backfield with Decker. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looks downfield, and just can't find the receiver. That was Sullivan.
Yeah, just a little short there on that pass. He had enough time to make that pass, but I don't know if Sullivan tripped or if it was a low pass. But either way, unable to complete it and to bring up third and goal from the 8. Yeah, I'm with you. This possession, because of the 2-point conversions, right? It's a two-possession game right now.
Yeah.
Cougars need to be able to finish this drive and punch it in.
2 receivers to the right. Decker takes the snap, has a rusher get through, but Decker's able to avoid. Looking to get to the end zone, blocked downfield by Miller, and that's a touchdown for the Cougars.
And that was a good play by the team to help stall it. Miller, really, he opened that up there at the end. So we got some good blocking there by Caleb Kennedy helping him out. And then Cannon's just like, hey, I'm going to open this up.
Yeah, that was a good block by Cannon Miller to get to the side of number 4, Gavin Boyle, for the Tigers and not get a block in the back, because that was.
Yeah, if he would have been turned a little bit more slightly, they could have called that. And then great job for Logan to find that end zone.
2-point conversion, 2 in the backfield again. Handoff to Miller. He goes right up the middle, and it's close. Waiting for the spot. They're saying he's short. So 3 consecutive 2-point conversions are no good.
I'd like to see that again on a replay here.
Sorry, I didn't grab it.
Oh, it's okay. It's hard to see from this angle, and you've got the soccer lines there. The goal line is actually the 10-yard line. Hard to tell exactly. From my angle in the quick, it looked like he was able to get over, but they marked him pretty well short of that.
So whoever the 2-point conversion quarterback is, coach is.
Yeah, what the play calls.
He's on the hot seat. Because what are we like?
That's 6 points left out there.
Well, over the last 2 weeks, we are 2 for 10 on 2-point conversions.
It's not good. A lot of what we've run in the past, you put Logan out there on a bootleg.
Yeah.
And you got somebody crossing, paralleling his run. But they haven't gone to that.
Caleb Hipple takes the kickoff. Good strike all the way into the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the Tigers and first down.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of where it's just kind of Logan will run the option, on those, but a lot of those kind of go through him. But, yeah, that's definitely not been a strength of our team lately. And, again, that's 6 points. That's a touchdown, right?
Yeah, it's the difference between us being ahead and being behind. 22-18 the score.
Yeah, 2-point conversions, in high-scoring games, things like that, carry a lot of weight when you stack those things up.
All right, number 6, Javian Grayson in the backfield takes the snap for the Tigers. Broken play. He's able to make something of it. All the way upfield, loses the ball.
He was out of bounds when he lost it.
Boy, that was a hectic play for the Tigers.
Yeah, he looked for the handoff. It wasn't there. Our players are falling down, and he's still standing up at the end.
Yeah, big physical quarterback.
And he looks for the contact.
Number 39, the other running back in the backfield for the Tigers, Dante Bingham, is 6'2", 185. Actually, he's not in the backfield on this particular handoff.
Oh, that's him.
Oh, that is him. Okay. He gets the run to the right and another first down.
Okay, now there was a lot more speed on that. Right? We got stood up. I think it was Holland there chasing him. And just kind of good speed by 39.
But again, that hit to end his run, he's they're
still
all on the
standing
ground
up.
and he's standing.
Yeah, it's the speed versus power.
Grayson takes the snap, pitch to the left, and flag comes in after a gain of about 9
It looks like they're
by
gonna be
Bingham.
called back for holding there on the offense. I couldn't see who it was, but I saw an arm go up, kind of flailing, trying to draw the attention of the flag. Holding on the offense.
5:35 on the official clock.
So that's a 10-yard penalty, but it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And so that'll make it 1st and 15 at the midfield at 40.
2 receivers to the right for the Tigers. That's Barry and Boyle. Grayson on the keeper. Kronowit pulls him down from behind, and the ball
hurt.
came loose.
We got a player hurt here, quarterback hurt. Let's go ahead and watch that replay. Brian, did you grab that? He's in pain here. He comes around here on the outside.
Oh yeah, his left leg.
Yeah, he got dragged down there and kind of rolled up on that knee. So Corbin got a hold of his jersey there and was pulling him backwards. And then we came in with that tackle. Man, you hate to see this. Grayson, a junior this year. Obviously, he's had some big plays. Big plays there for Plattsburg Tigers. Of course, that beautiful touchdown pass. A couple powerful runs. Good to see him get up here. He's definitely gimpy on that. And they're warming up the backup here.
Yeah, he's walking off under his own power, though, so that's a good sign.
So when I watched their last game, Plattsburgh's last game against that school just outside of Kansas City, the second half, they went with their twos, and I didn't watch much of that game. I didn't know if there was much for me to learn watching that, and so their second string quarterback, I watched just enough. I mean, his arm was not nearly as powerful, and then I didn't watch the rest of the game.
Looks like number 15, Tyler Ariano, is the quarterback in the game now for the Tigers. Takes the handoff, or takes the snap, I should say, and gives the handoff to Bingham. Bingham hard to bring down, but the Cougars do a good job of finishing the tackle.
We got another player down here. This time the Cougars. Is that Corbin? Is that number 20? Corbin went down there. I can't see everybody's number here. Did you capture that play there? That last play? If that was Corbin or not. And just power running.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Corbin just got landed on there, so that doesn't look like a leg injury. Just maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, he's standing up there on the sideline. That's a lot of boy to have land directly on you.
Okay, 3rd and 7 upcoming for the Tigers. Backup quarterback in the game. Clock being wound.
I think we're going to see a lot of running here by 39.
Tyler Ariano takes a snap. Receiver in motion. Decker gets a hand on him, can't bring him down. That's number 4, Boyle. And finally brought down after a first down gain. Decker had a chance there, got his shirt, but couldn't finish the tackle.
Yeah, arm tackling is not going to work here. That's not going to work. Now, this changes the dynamic a little bit. Now, we haven't seen this quarterback if he could throw or not. Obviously, they're running, a lot. Number 4 is, Gavin. He's 6 foot, 175. And you got your other running back, 6'2", 185. Both power runners looking for that contact.
There's some discussion over with the Plattsburg bench, but now we're ready to play. Clock running. Again, Boyle in motion. Handoff this time to Bingham. Still on his feet, and the Cougars finally bring him down after a loss of several yards. See where the forward progress puts him.
And when you see the Cougars going directly at him, you can see that size difference. And we got strong boys. We got guys who definitely know how to play football. But when he's going and he's turning his legs, Cougars, the only problem is that play went backwards. So if it's going to be gang tackling, he's going to keep pushing. And sometimes that's for a loss of yards.
2 wide receivers to the right. Ariano takes the snap, option play, keeps, and tackled by number 84. That's Jacob Maffei.
Yeah, good tackle by Jacob. I think it was was that Caleb Kennedy finishing that, or was that Max Long?
Yeah, Kennedy on the.
Just jumped on him.
Yeah.
Make sure he's down.
The sumo drop.
Yeah. Just finish the tackle. That's what we're going to call it. Finish the tackle. So Plattsburgh's content to take up all the time that they can here.
3rd and 12 from the 18. One running back. Ariano avoids the first defender and throws the pick. That's Logan Decker. And the Cougars make a big play.
So look there for a second. Jacob Maffei, he got in the backfield and then just got juked as a free blitzer, and then just a great read by Logan. Great read by Logan to pick that off, to bring that back upfield, that pass underthrown. And you kind of start to feel the loss of their quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Just how much that changes
and
the
he's
offense.
A two-way player also.
Yeah.
All right, Cougars first down. Decker in the backfield takes the snap. 4 receivers out. And again, those short passes Decker struggled on. Those quick out routes, he's been a little bit wide. Pass to Durling incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes you wonder, was that pass wide or did Levi break too late, or did he break at the wrong spot? Regardless, it brings up a second down. 2 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. I believe the Cougars have 2 timeouts left. So plenty of time to get down the field for a quick strike offense.
Again, Decker alone in the backfield. Looks like the Tigers are bringing a blitz. 4 players come, open blitzer, and the Cougars just didn't pick it up. Big sack for the Tigers.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like everybody here saw the blitz coming. Right? I mean, they bring everybody to the line, and Logan really didn't do anything to change the protection to be able to make any type of adjustment whatsoever. So I imagine the Cougars now are going to run down that clock.
Brings up 3rd and 16.
Yeah, they're not rushing to the line. That play clock down now to 10 seconds. They're going to use up every second they've got.
Again, 4 receivers out. Decker alone in the backfield, clock running, 3rd and 16. Takes the snap, 2-man rush this time.
That's just a low pass.
And Decker just hops it into Durling.
Yeah, that pass was just low from the beginning. That was the right route. That was the right call. That was the right choice. He just threw that pass low. Logan, I saw him there. So there was a play on defense where he was chasing the guy out of bounds. I think it was their quarterback, and he was trying to grab a hold of his jersey. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And just kind of came out, and I saw him kind of holding his hand afterwards. It looked like it was right hand. Cougars are going to line up here and punt this.
Decker back deep to take the punt. Got a spinning kick, and that hardly gained any yards.
That's tough. It didn't make it back to the line of game.
So the Tigers will take over right back where they gave the ball up. 1st and 10. 1:11 left to play in the second quarter.
It is interesting on the 3rd and long there that the Cougars went for the pass. They thought they had an advantage there, something like that, to make that happen. Instead of just running the ball and trying to eat up as much clock as possible.
It looks like number 6, Grayson, is back in the game for the Tigers. That is Grayson. He rolls to his right, finds the receiver, and that's a first down complete to Gavin Boyle.
Yeah, you can see their quarterback. He's nursing that just a little bit. But that was good rollout, good strong pass.
1st and 10. 1:04 on the official clock. Grayson takes the snap, has pressure coming from behind from Sullivan. Grayson on the run. Gets a block downfield and in for the touchdown.
That just, I don't know. It looked like the Cougars were either out of position to make a tackle or unwilling to make a tackle. Right there, you're not going to. Yeah, that's just poor defense by the Cougars altogether.
Boy, so what a reappearance by Javion Grayson to come back in the game after suffering that knee injury and immediately make a big play. 2-point conversion attempt. He avoids the rush. There's a flag on the play, though. Maybe offsides on the Cougars. It was thrown pretty early. No, it is a illegal formation on the Tigers, so it'll be a 2-point conversion. Oh, let's see what the call is here.
Yeah, offsides.
So
okay, now
on the Tigers, so it was a motion or something there, but yeah, redo of the 2-point attempt.
So their quarterback just pulled himself out. Oh, no, there he is.
Oh, just getting the play from the coach.
Yeah, okay. So that makes it a 2-point conversion, a much longer attempt here.
All right, Grayson alone in the backfield. Quick pass out to the left. Tackled by the Cougars. That's Miller. And they are able to thwart the 2-point attempt.
Yeah, good job by Cannon to grab a hold of him. Man, it's almost like the Cougars were kind of stunned on that possession defensively. You know, they come back, quarterback comes back in, makes a good completion down the field, and then just that long run. And the Cougars not flying to the ball, tackling, I don't know what. That was pretty rough on his touchdown scramble. Man, I wish we would have gone for a run play on that 3rd and long.
To eat some clock.
Yeah, eat some clock and not give him such a short field there.
All right, 51 seconds left in the first half. Tigers kicking off. Short kick into the dead space. Miller's able to get up to it. I'm sorry, that's Derling. And he finds a seam. Derling makes a move. Good tackle by Gavin Boyle for the Tigers to bring him down and keep him out of the end zone. They just had one guy to beat there.
Great blocking down there. Great blocking, just a great run by Levi. And, man, that really flips it, doesn't it, you know? So now it's on the Tigers' side of the field. And Cougars, Plattsburg calls a timeout there. Okay, so that changes the script a little bit, you know. Instead of trying to get that ball and trying to move, 50 yards, 60 yards downfield, the Cougars now have a shorter field. They have, 28 yards, 27 yards? 27 yards to gain. They got 2 timeouts, 44 seconds. So a great opportunity here for the Cougars to eat at that 10-point lead. And that, Plattsburg quarterback, he came in and that changed that drive real quick. So interesting to see how the Cougars take advantage of this. Which team got the kickoff? Do you remember? I'm not pulling a blank here. I think it was Cougars received
Cougars
the ball.
took the kickoff. Yeah,
three
so
and
Tigers will get it to start the second half. All right, restart of the action. 3 receivers to the right. Decker has plenty of time. 2-man rush again from the Tigers. Decker finds some space up ahead and goes out of bounds after a gain of 5. 33 seconds remaining in the first half. 2nd and 5 upcoming.
I mean, it's a smart move to get out of bounds, but shoot up so much time trying to get that play to develop. At one point there, Derling had 3 defenders on him. There on the outside as kind of their zone players were following that man press. Just kind of collapsed in on that left side.
All right, Cougars now 2 men in the backfield. Decker fakes it to Miller, buying some time in the backfield. Decker trying to get to the edge and gets enough for the first down as he goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, well covered there by the Tigers.
It was Dante Bingham in pursuit.
Logan being able to get that first down, fresh set of downs, but that's not really what you're fighting against here with 24 seconds left in the first half. Caleb Hipple comes back into the game.
Yeah, the Cougars have 2 timeouts remaining. So they do have several plays left. Decker, 1 running back in the backfield with him. Flag on the play. Decker finds the receiver downfield and deflected away. That's number 7 downfield, Wyatt Davis. Looked like he might have had an interception there, but couldn't bring it in.
That was
it number 7.
See what the call is here.
The coach for the Tigers, head coach Brandon Boswell, doesn't like the call. He's come onto the field.
It was offsides against us. I don't know what he didn't like about it.
Are they saying it's before the play? Is that what he's complaining about?
Maybe that play should have been blown dead. I don't know exactly. Maybe he felt like there was some type of holding or something like that wasn't called.
Okay, so it is a replay of first down. It'll be 1st and 15.
So the Tigers' pass defense has definitely clogged things up on these recent drives. Not able to have so much success, the Cougars throwing the ball against it.
Derlin in the backfield with Decker. Decker finds space in the middle. He's got room downfield. Fighting for the end zone, and he's in for a touchdown.
Great play by Logan Decker. They brought that blitzer off the right side. Let's go and watch that replay there. It came that blitzer. He just stepped up into that pocket and just made a guy miss. And then just, turned upfield. He knows when to run out of bounds and when to turn upfield. See if the Cougars here can make it a 2-point game.
All right, Max Long in the heavy set for the 2-point conversion. Decker fumbles a snap, gets it to Derling, and that's all they needed is a little confusion to get that 2-point conversion to work.
Well, flag came out. I think we're going to get called for holding. Fumbled play, and Max burst through that line, and then Levi just followed that hole that Max opened up. And got a flag there late. I wonder if it was holding, trying to keep that.
Oh, face mask on the Tigers, so that should be it'll be enforced on the kickoff. So the 2-point conversion is good. And with 9 seconds remaining, the Plattsburg Tigers lead the New Heights Christian Cougars 28-26.
So I think we got the ball back with 49 seconds left, and we're able to convert all of that on Logan Decker's legs.
Yeah, I feel like the 2-point conversion coach really hurt us up here, saying that he better.
There's no such thing as a 2-point conversion coach, right? Let's create that. Brian, we'll be the 2-point conversion coaches. And
all right, 9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Cougars will kick it away. Caleb Hipple taking the kick. They are going to – is it just a 5-yard penalty? What are they doing here?
Apparently it's just a 5-yard penalty. I don't know why a face mask is just a 5-yard penalty.
I guess
I'm just going to own it. I don't understand kickoff rules in 8-man football.
Hipple kicks it away. Touched, so the clock is running and goes to the end zone, but he touched it out of the end zone.
Well, it'll just be a touchback. I say that right after I say I don't understand 8-man football.
Yeah, that's an interesting. I don't know about that enforcement of the rule. If they touch it outside the end zone, you can still have it go in the end zone and be a touchback?
I guess so. Apparently. So
Well,
here the Tigers come back out. I assume we'll see.
A touchdown?
No, we don't hex this, man. We've seen this before. Okay.
All right, number 10 for the Tigers, Zach Annis, is in the backfield.
Well,
with Grayson.
I watched their quarterback say a few words to Boyle, number 4, Gavin Boyle over there. Probably just like, hey, run as hard as you can. I'm going to hit you. Had a little bit of words to him.
So the Tigers burned their last time out to set up something. Was the clock running down?
No, it still says 7 seconds.
No, I mean the play clock.
Oh.
I'm not sure why they used a timeout there.
Well, I think, either they didn't like their options. They wanted to take it maybe sometimes you can see how the defense lines you up against you. I wonder if we'll see the Cougars just go full prevent. Just drop 2 safeties back real deep. Just blitz a couple.
Yeah, but that space sure didn't work last time.
No, you're right. You're right. But again, what do we know? We're just the 2-point 2-point specialists.
Well, I prefer to be the 2-point critic as opposed to the coach. All right, 28-26, 7 seconds remaining in the first half. 3 receivers to the right. Fumbled snap. He's trying to get back on it. It's still loose, and it looks like it's recovered by the Cougars. It is.
1 second left. All right, we got a Cougar down here.
Yeah, that's where the injuries can happen, when everyone's jumping on each other's legs to find the ball.
Can't see who the injured
Looks
Cougar
like
is.
looks like Caleb Hipple's down.
He's holding his head there, but it looks like maybe it's its right leg. You have that on replay there?
Yeah.
So just a botched snap. Couldn't fall on it. Caleb gets there. Yeah, it looks like their big center landed on Caleb. Caleb's pretty good pain there. And we have had several guys go down there. It's good to see Caleb get up there. Senior Caleb Hipple. Definitely walking gingerly on that. Not putting any weight on that right side. Sure hope Caleb's okay. Several players go down today. Kind of those leg injuries, getting dinged up, but so far everybody's come back into the game.
So first down for the Cougars. They'll get one last play here before the half to try to take the lead. 3 receivers to the left. Decker in the gun. Decker buying time. Still looking downfield.
Take a shot, Logan. Logan, take a shot.
Throws it into the end zone and caught by Levi Derling.
What a catch.
Touchdown.
What a play. What a play. Now Logan's waiting for something to open up. I should have zoomed out a little bit more so we could have seen that play develop in the backfield. But Logan's scrambling, able to find a tip where Levi tipped a pass to himself and was able to come down with the reception. And with 1 second left on the clock.
Miller leaves the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players on the field. Miller checking back in on the 2-point conversion. They just need to take a timeout. 4 seconds remaining. Handoff to Long.
Poppy. Come on, Poppy.
And Long still going. Gets stuffed. 2-point conversion, no good.
That takes us to halftime with the score 32-28 New Heights.
What a great ending to that first half there for the Cougars. Able to help, fall on that loose ball to get the ball back with 1 second left. And with 1 second left, to be able to make kind of a crazy kind of moving play to get Levi open there for that touchdown pass and to go up 4 points.
Yeah, a lot of credit has to go to the clock operator for stopping that with 1 second.
That's right.
Good job, Scott.
Yeah, well done. You're everybody's favorite clock operator right now. All right, so we're halftime here. Webb City High School, College Heights Cougars, 32. The Plattsburg, I say 32? 32?
Yeah, I was just going to say 20 minutes on the halftime clock. We have a regular halftime this time, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they already did the special stuff. And then, the Plattsburg Tigers, 28. We'll leave you here at halftime here with the New Heights Cougars cheerleaders. All right, welcome back from halftime here at Webb City Football Field, where the College Heights Cougars are winning 32 against the Plattsburg Tigers 28. Some stats from the first half. Logan Decker, 8 of 17 for 112 yards, 2 pass touchdowns, adding to it 74 rush yards with 2 touchdowns. Cannon Miller with 26 rush yards and 43 receiving yards with a touchdown. And Levi Durling, 14 yards with a rush touchdown and 29 yards with a receiving touchdown. Really good, entertaining first half here. Good back and forth from some teams. We've said it kind of so far this game. It's kind of power versus speed. And so their running out of their backfield is really, really strong. But whenever we get that space offensively, they haven't been able to keep up with our speed. And it's Logan Decker's having a good game here. Finding the open receiver, and the receivers creating that movement and creating that space for them to find him. And so, one thing that Coach talked about is kind of the line play, and we've seen our O-line hold up really, really well to give Logan time to pass, especially whenever they're only rushing 2 to 3 guys. And so later on in the first half, they started rushing 4 guys, but again, that plays a little bit to Logan's strength. Whenever he can sniff it out, see it coming in advance, opens up the field for him to make great rushes and scramble for those yards, including a touchdown. So I think the second half, I'm interested to see, what adjustments each team makes, right? So the Cougars obviously have to be able to bring down their big, strong run game. They've got to be able to not just make contact, but be able to finish those tackles. And maybe if it's not even the first guy, but to be able to put that pressure on to be able to get other guys there to be able to bring them down. And so I think that's a big key for the Cougars is, finish those tackles early, quick, because it's not the speed that's burning them, it's the yards after contact. And so I think that's going to be big for our defense. For our offense, I think one of the important things, I'm getting taller here. All right, that's the way it should be. For our offense, keep running through keep the run game, keep the passing game, but to be able to stretch that field in the passing game where we've seen the biggest lead, and whenever they're able to create space for Logan to be able to kind of create plays out of that. And so I think offensively, so really against a state-ranked team, the Cougars are playing great football here against the solid Plattsville Tigers. And so as we get ready in the second half, we're excited to see here what the Cougars can do to continue to slow them down on defense. And, man, what a great 1 second left in the first half. Get that turnover, turned it into a touchdown. A great play by Logan, great catch by Levi, and just really kind of changed that momentum going into half with the lead. So let's go Cougars here in the second half.
Plattsburg will receive the second half kickoff.
Don't see Caleb Hipple out there getting ready to kick.
Yeah, David Williams will take the kickoff for the Cougars. In the air, received by the Tigers. That's number 16, Barry. And he has a nice gain, breaks a couple tackles, gets all the way up to the 34-yard line. It'll be first down for the Tigers to start the second half. Grayson alone in the backfield. Rush coming from the right side. That's Sullivan. Hits him as he throws. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, great play by Jake Sullivan to disrupt that pass at the last second, pushing it out of bounds. He was looking downfield, but unable to complete the passes. Jake was hanging on his arm. A good defensive play, good start.
Second down. Stacked formation on both sides. Two receivers on each side. Cougars again in the backfield. Ball's loose. The Tigers are able to recover, but not before losing almost 10 yards. Third down for the Tigers.
Derling's so quick, able to get in that backfield immediately, get after his throwing arm, to be able to knock it loose, and their center was able to secure it. But now they're third and
looks like third and 18 is what they have it as.
So great job getting pressure almost immediately on the quarterback.
Again, Grayson alone in the backfield. Rolling to his left. Cronowit there. And Miller's able to bring him out of bounds after a nice pickup, but not enough for a first down. It'll bring up 4th and 6.
He looked like he dragged Corbin there for about 5 yards out of bounds. Corbin was not going to let go of him. But good defense. Cougars were lined up in man downfield. And a good job sticking on their man and to force him to scramble. Now it's 4th down midfield.
Big 4th down play for the Tigers. 4 wide receivers out. Grayson takes the direct snap, rushing to the right at the pylon, and looks like, or I should say the line to gain, and looks like he got across that marker for a first down.
Yeah, it looked like he had that in about a yard, and they're going to give him a first down. Big power run. I kind of felt like we all kind of saw that coming a little bit, that he was going to run that ball 4th and manageable.
Again, Javion Grayson alone in the backfield. Man in motion, looking for it all. Down the right side. Good coverage by the Cougars. That's Crew Howland out there in coverage. And overthrown. Brings up second down.
Yeah, Crew had him step for step. Just kind of matched his speed and thrown well over his head. And unable to bring it down. Good coverage by Crew. And good job by the line. Keep that pressure on him. So I see Caleb Hipple kind of limping around here on the outside. He's not on crutches, but I don't know if we'll get to see Caleb come out.
He's still in uniform, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's good. Okay, again, empty set for the Tigers. Grayson takes a snap, looking at a run, and a nice pickup all the way down for another first down.
I mean, the Cougars were all over him there. Levi had a chance to get him. David Williams had a chance to get him.
Quick snap, downfield, and threw it out of the end zone.
So I was tracking the replay there. Missed that play there.
Brings up second down.
A quick snap there by the offense. Trying to catch the Cougars off guard. So Tigers huddle up, get the play. Every time the quarterback goes over to the sideline, talks with the coach, gets the play, brings it back to the huddle. Get lined up here.
Trips to the right.
Time expiring here. They had to burn a timeout. Coach is a little frustrated. Want to try to get that play call in earlier. They only had 3 seconds left on the clock. Had to get that snap off, and they weren't set. So those are just kind of, you don't want to ever have to use your timeouts early if you get in a situation late in the game where you need to stop the clock. Those early timeouts are pretty frustrating. So they quickly get back in to the line to set up a 2nd and 10. Cougars moving in to get set.
Trips to the right. Tight end down. Receiver in motion. Fumble. Grayson's able to break the first tackle. But then Jacob Maffei comes in and finishes it up. Big loss on the play for the Tigers.
Yeah, good quick reaction. Max Long gets in there, kind of wraps him up, but Maffei finishes the tackle. And a big loss there. So that's the 3rd bobbled snap we've seen today. Of course, the one that was so significant was the one where they caught. We were able to recover it completely. So I don't know if he's trying to make a play before he has possession. That's me thinking like a basketball coach there.
2 receivers to the left. Running back in the backfield with Grayson. Looking downfield to the left. Has a receiver, but overthrows him. That's number 13, Rylan Lanton.
So now their quarterback, a little hobbled here, limping back. But good defensive coverage by the Cougars. You could see him, quarterback stepping back. He was going to make that throw and really threw it into double coverage. Our top safety had him, plus the man, a guy playing man there, and really wasn't anywhere to go, and he was overthrown anyway. So it's 4th and long.
Two receivers to the right. Running back at the backfield with Grayson. He drops back to pass. Rolling to the left. Looking for space. Cougars have 4 players there to bring him out of bounds. And that's a turnover on downs to start the second half. Cougars will take over.
Yeah, great job of containing. Instead of the Cougars biting on that defensively and all rushing up there to try to get the tackle, they just pushed him closer to the out of bounds, and so there was really nowhere for him to run. Now, he still knocked Miller over on his way out. But it was a great job and a great intelligent play by the defense to stand him up.
This is the Cougars' first possession with the lead. 32-28. Scored to end the half to take their first lead of the game. Decker hands off to Derling going left. And Derling got brought down after a short gain, bringing up 2nd and 8.
Yeah, it seemed like all the guys there hit all their blocking assignments. They just weren't able to block long enough for Levi to get that ball on that outside and cut that edge. Everybody was making contact like they needed to. Just wish they could have held a little bit longer to give that opportunity for Logan to use that top end speed that he has and break free.
Cougars back to the 4 receiver set. Decker alone in the backfield. Decker looking left. Good catch by Sullivan as he rises up with 2 hands, but gets brought down after just a few yards. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And that pass was a little high. Jake made a good play on the ball, but then you're in the middle of the field, and you're going to get hit right after, and he did. Got wrapped up right after, so it's not just the catch that he made that was good. It's hanging on to the ball after the catch. Good play by Jake.
Decker again in the empty set. 3rd and 5. Blitz coming from the side, finds Miller downfield, and a big play for the Cougars. Touchdown.
Man, what a great play. And they had Cannon just streaking down the field on a post route, and Decker had to stay in there. They were blitzing. He had to stay in there to keep his feet planted and just kind of take that hit. And so he stood there, took that hit that allowed that time for Cannon to get free. Good over-the-shoulder catch by Cannon and quickly get that touchdown.
2-point conversion attempt. Decker to Derling, rushing to the left. Derling gets to the corner, and a 2-point conversion is good. Critics of the 2-point conversion coach being silenced here tonight.
Yeah, I think that, they're part of their halftime adjustments. We're listening to us in the booth to figure out, what kind of changes need to be made, and really that good play call. A great play by Levi, just using his speed, keeping the guy in front of him. Got a good just kind of hand out there and pushed him back and ran that in. And we need those 2-point conversions because now it's a 12-point game. Right, and 12 points is 2 touchdowns, 2 possessions. But if we continue to score and keep getting those 2-point conversions, those 2-point conversions can make the difference between a 2-possession game and a 3-possession game, which really matters. So great offensive drive by the Chiefs after a good Chiefs. That's one. Cougars.
David Williams takes the kick for the Cougars. Picked up by the Tigers. That's number 4, Boyle. And Gavin Boyle goes out of bounds after a nice gain on the kickoff all the way up to midfield for the Tigers to start.
Boyle was really 5 yards away from ripping that out. They were, the Cougars were struggling with bringing him down, getting arms on him, getting parts of the body on, but not able to finish the tackle. He got through a couple more guys. That was a touchdown. So good stop by the Cougars.
Bingham in the backfield along with the quarterback, Javion Grayson. Grayson gives the handoff and immediately stuffed by the Cougars.
Big Smooth coming in there, wrapping them up immediately, size for size. Caleb Kennedy coming in and helping finish that tackle. But that's kind of one of the things we wanted to see in this second half, right? Can our power match their power? And that time we did, and a tackle for a loss.
Again, Bingham and Grayson in the backfield. Quick out to the right. Shifty player, number 13, Rylan Langton, gets a big gain.
Yeah, we haven't called his number much yet tonight, but what he was able to do after that catch was impressive. Able to shed multiple tackles and be able to pick up a big gain there in a first down.
All the way down to the 20-yard line, first down for the Tigers. Grayson takes a snap, looking to his right, has pursuit by Derling. Grayson over the top and throws it out of the end zone. And that is one thing that Javion Grayson struggled with tonight is the back of that end zone.
We had that, yeah.
Being at the front of the regular field end zone.
We had that beautiful pass going the other way, right? Where he teardropped that thing in there for that touchdown pass. But the last couple that he's thrown that way have been out of the back of the end zone.
Bingham to the left of Grayson in the backfield. 3 receivers out. Fumble. Williams is there, and I believe the Cougars have the ball. I'm sorry, that's Jake Sullivan. Jake Sullivan comes up with the ball for the Cougars.
That was another, the snap looked clean.
Yeah.
He
Grayson tried to pull it back and just lost it off the side of the running back, Dante Bingham. And a big turnover for the Tigers. Cougars get the ball first down with a 12-point lead.
And what an opportunity here for the Cougars to take advantage of another turnover.
Cougars coming out in the 2-back set. Handoff to Miller's got a lead blocker. Miller gets to the edge and toe tips the line. Goes out of bounds just beyond midfield. Another first down.
Whew. Man, that was close to breaking free. I think he just got knocked off balance just enough. Just enough. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that spot too much. Hurry up offense here.
Decker has a lot of time. 3-man rush. Decker rolls to his left, gets a block downfield and gets out of bounds after getting the first down. It's a slow developing play.
Yeah, that previous play, it looked a little odd to me. I looked like Cannon got further up the field and they marked him just shorter, and I thought he actually was before he stepped out of bounds. But great scramble play by there. Even though they were in the backfield, Logan was able to elude them.
Decker takes a snap, short pass to Sullivan, and a gain of about 4.
Yeah, trying to keep the defense on their toes, going every once in a while to a hurry up.
That's about as patient as I've seen Decker in the backfield.
And really, we're in this position where we have the lead. We don't need to force anything. Right? Find the open man, find the open opportunity.
Back to the 2-back set. Decker takes the snap. He keeps it going to the left, looks downfield. Good job freezing that defensive back. And Decker steps out of bounds just before the first down. Will bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, it looked like he had Jake open on the sideline there. I kept wondering if he was going to throw it to him, but instead went for it, just kind of got the yards that he needed to. So now it's 3rd and a long 1.
4 receivers out, Decker alone in the backfield. Tigers all up on the line. No safety back. Blitz comes, Decker finds. Was that Durling over the middle? What a catch by Levi Durling. Takes a big hit.
Yeah, he's down here.
Take a look on replay as Levi runs from that slot position.
Yeah, he wasn't there early. It looked like he was there right on time, but just hit him from behind hard now. Levi looks like he's just cramping here. That type of hit, that type of blow from the back of the head, you get a little nervous there to make sure that he's okay. Didn't get hit in the head or anything like that, but it looks like now they're just kind of managing that cramp. It's cooled off here at the stadium quite a bit with the breeze, except in the metal box that Brian and I are in. It is not cooled off in this space. But out on the field, when we were here earlier about sunset, it was about 90 degrees.
Yeah, there's a nice breeze coming in.
Maybe I'll have to come out this next play. Thankfully, after kind of that blow to the back of the head, we're just looking at a cramp here.
Ball spotted at the 10, so it's 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Clock is running. 5:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Cougars with the 40-28 lead. Miller in the backfield with Decker. David Williams out to the left. Decker takes the snap, gives it to Miller. Miller finds some space and gets a 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5. Goal to go.
Yeah, good run by Cannon there on 1st down to split the difference between there and the goal line. Just downhill run, kind of create there. Levi still on the sideline getting talked to by coach. Catches breath, getting rehydrated.
Williams in the backfield, filling in Durling's position. Decker takes a snap, gives it to Miller, and the Tigers had that read all the way.
Yeah, you saw how quickly they kind of got through our line there, and there wasn't much space for Cannon to be able to do anything. So now we bring up a 3rd and goal from the 7. So you don't have to punch it in this time, but you should like to be able to split that difference at least.
2 receivers in the backfield. Durling back in the game, gives it to him going to the left. Durling has the edge, reaches to the pylon, and touchdown Cougars.
Levi just caught that edge. They've gone to that play several times where they've just got that edge blocking. I think it was Cannon over there on that edge. Just kind of set that edge, and Levi's just speed to be able to get downhill.
Cronowit was able to hold that block long enough on right at the goal line.
Yeah, so good blocking downfield, good speed by Derling to create another Cougars touchdown.
2-point conversion attempt. Derling in the backfield. Miller to the left. Cronowit and Sullivan to the right. Decker buying time. Has pressure. Tries to get to the corner.
Not going to get there.
And gets knocked out of bounds before the 2-point conversion is good. No good on the 2-point conversion. 46-28 the score.
46.
Now this is so good. A good drive by the Cougars to punch it in. And so now you are looking at a 3-score game here. That they're going to have to, right? Yeah, I'm doing my math correctly.
Yeah, 18-point lead for the Cougars.
Yep. And so we're looking at a 3-possession lead for the Cougars. Great place to be in the third quarter with 3:51 left to go in the game.
Williams to take the kickoff for the Cougars. Spinning ball into the middle. Tigers are able to receive. That's number 16, Josiah Berry, gets up to the 25-yard line, and it'll be first down, Tigers.
At that time, the Cougars are able to finish those tackles and to be able to bring him down. So now here we are. So the Cougars now have really control of the game at this point, right? The game's far from over. There's a lot to go on here, but our offense has been able to get good drives. Our defense has been able to stand them up. And so here, the Cougars, if you are able to, stop this drive and this possession, you put yourself in a place of high control of the rest of the game, where you start to kind of dictate even what offensive choices they have. You can see here the running game already stepping away from a little bit unless it's quarterback keeper.
Javion Grayson takes the snap, looks downfield for the big play. He's got a receiver, but overthrows him. That was number 13, Rylan Langton.
Now he's able to get rid of that ball just moments before, I think, is that 34? 84. Yeah, before Jacob's able to get there. So the Cougars there able to, that big passing attack, outside of that really beautiful touchdown pass that he had earlier in the game, that deep ball has not been open for them.
Bingham back in the game in the backfield along with Grayson. Grayson tries for the quick screen pass out wide to Langton, but incomplete on the short pass.
Yeah, that was way short of his guy, trying to set up that screen pass to the outside, get a quick block and be able to get up 5-6 yards down the field, and just not there.
So it brings up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. This isn't really 4-down territory, so they need to get a first down on this play, or at least get a good chunk of it. Grayson looking to his right, coverage downfield, pressure from behind. Jake Sullivan's able to get in there and get the sack.
A great pressure by Jacob and Jake to force that 4th and real long. Their quarterback noticeably gimpy now.
Spotted at the 20-yard line.
Looks like we're going to see a punt.
So 4th and 16.
Yeah, Cougars read the punt as well. Send Miller along.
Good punt downfield over Miller's head. Takes a sideways bounce all the way inside the 20 down to the 10. And the Tigers will touch it down at the 10, first down for the Cougars.
So a lot of our games that we play this year, have been tight losses, or they've been where we've blown out the other team. right? So we have a position here with a good solid lead, but with a lot of time left on the clock. And so the Cougars here offense changes. You know, it's not just the big plays, it's the steady plays. It's the 5-6 yards per play. You know, controlling the clock, controlling the ball, and keeping it out of their hands for a long touchdown drive.
Decker in the gun along with Derling, gives the handoff to Derling. Hit immediately and brought down for no gain. Brings up second down.
And that was about a no gain on the play. I'd like to get a couple more, but I still like the play call, right? You know? It's about controlling the clock, about controlling the ball. We got an empty set. Now he brings Levi back.
Derling in the backfield with Decker. Two to the left, one to the right. Looking at the screenplay to Derling, Decker decides to keep it. He finds the lane. Decker out in the open field. He's still on his feet and finally brought down after a big gain. Tackled by Gavin Boyle. Decker's getting up slowly.
Great play by Logan Decker. Whatever play that he was looking for wasn't there and was able to flip the field. You know, sometimes whenever drives stall out, you know, deep down there, we haven't been able to flip the field with punts if we have to give that ball back to him. So you see this kind of play and you're going, okay, so now regardless, hopefully we're able to finish this with a touchdown. If not, we have pinned them back there and make them at least drive the length to the field if we weren't able to finish this drive ourselves.
Cougars in the two-back set, handoff to Derling, rushing to the left. Derling breaks the initial tackle and looked like it was going to be a loss on the play, but Derling's able to get past the line of scrimmage for a short gain.
Yeah, way to make something out of nothing. Cannon was out there to block, to kind of set that edge out there, but I don't know which guy he was going to choose. There was about 3 guys out there. I don't think he can block all 3 of those guys. He does lift regularly. I know that's important to him, but 3 guys is a lot of guys to block, and Levi was able to make something really kind of out of nothing there.
Decker with some visible pain in his right leg, groin area. 4 receivers out. Decker in the gun. Looking over the middle,
Oof.
had Derling, but just too far ahead of him. That was a nice little route by Derling.
Yeah, it looks like maybe his quad. I was kind of putting some pressure on that. The play looked good. Like, I liked the design of the play. Just maybe was a little early, maybe a little high, but didn't work. But that would have been good enough for a first down.
3rd and 7. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Again, Decker in the empty set. Cronin went to the right, along with Derling in the slot. Blitz comes from the edge. Decker looking to evade. Buys time, makes a great move. Decker to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Great play, Logan Decker. Just being shifty. Just making one guy miss at a time. All right, let's watch that on that replay. Making one player miss. Just crossing that other player up. And then just that speed that speed on that back end to finish. And then their safety just, he wasn't moving too quick. So I think crossing people up, right? It's not Blake breaking ankles. What did Melissa tell us it was?
He left his jock strap on the field.
Yeah. Okay. It seems like our 2-point, we got to delay a game out here. So our 2-point critic, and what do we got to say about that here?
Well, you'd think you'd rather use a timeout than take a delay game on a 2-point conversion, but we did take the delay of game, so this is a tough 7-yard attempt. Handoff to Derling. He finds it, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. And just like I said, good idea to get the extra space to be able to score a 2-point conversion, 54-28.
Man, we are nailing the 2-point plays tonight, Brian.
Cougars in control.
I mean, this third quarter, there's 1:05 left on it. All Cougars. From the turnover, forcing the turnovers to be able to recover, to be able to push the ball down the field and get points. And Plattsburg here, no response. No response there. And they looked gassed, tired, defeated. I'm not quite sure at this point. But they've got to mount something quickly.
David Williams taking the kick for the Cougars. Tigers number 55. That's Gunnar Kubicki. Falls on the ball. And it will be first down for the Tigers at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to make a move at first and just slipped and lost his footing and just stayed down, which is, what you want to do. You don't want to force anything if you don't feel like you have control of the ball. Every drive is important, right? But with the momentum definitely swinging the way of the Cougars at this point, you think, hey, you got to dig your way out one drive at a time, one possession at a time. Do we have a quarterback change here?
26-point lead for the Cougars. No, it's Grayson in the backfield, I believe. Oh, no. 2, 4, 6. Late substitution on the field. I don't think that's allowed. They're going to flag illegal substitution.
So it's interesting. So you don't see that 24 lined up there in the backfield. Maybe they're going to run a wildcat or something like that.
That's Braden Graham. He is the backup quarterback, or one of the backup quarterbacks.
So interesting choice here. You also don't see their starting center in.
1st and 15. Rushing to the right, finds a nice gain. They'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
So I'm not super familiar with this team, all their players, but they've got the backup quarterback in. You're wondering if, and their backup center as well.
Snap and handoff on the sweep, on the jet sweep. Ball's loose.
Oh, yeah. That's Cougar ball.
And it looks like the umpire is
say he
ruling
was
it down.
Oof.
Let's take a look at that on replay.
That looked like that came loose before he made contact with the ground. Well, that's tough.
Pretty close.
Yeah, maybe that knee was down, but now we got another player down. Looks like maybe a cramp situation here.
There's 14 seconds on the clock.
So I'm starting to wonder if, maybe they've pulled their quarterback, maybe to give him extra rest here late in the third quarter, because he's been kind of gimpy. Maybe pull him back in the fourth.
Yeah, I was trying to find him on the sidelines. There's a player on the bench. It looks like he's taking his pads off. I can't tell if that's Grayson or if that's someone else.
Maybe they pulled their center. Just maybe he's not having a good game. Maybe they're trying to change things up. Maybe he's hurt himself. But it's interesting to see these type of substitutions late in the game when you're trying to mount a comeback.
3rd and 1.
We got a whistle.
Oh, they had the clock running. Okay, so no flag, just the end of the quarter.
Well, Plattsburg walking over to the sideline, heads down, looking in a pretty defeated here. There's plenty of game left. Plenty of game left for, to mount a comeback. Things change quick in 8-man football. Real quick, where you're able to score quickly, big couple pass plays, couple key turnovers. I coach basketball. They ask, when do you feel like the game's over? When do you feel safe with the lead? And I said, when it's over.
Yeah.
So there's not, you never want to let up. So yeah, back up Backup quarterback's still in there.
All right, 3rd and 1.
We got movement.
And again, the whistle. You just weren't ready for play, it looks like.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like there was movement on the line there. So 3rd and short.
Number 24, Braden Graham, taking the snap for the Tigers. Dante Bingham in the backfield with him. Graham looking for an option on the pass. Complete for the first down. And that's to number 13, Rylan Langton.
So, yeah, you can see that ball did not have the same zip on it as their starting quarterback. He kind of floated that in there.
Back to live action. Graham looking downfield. Has a receiver.
What are they calling it?
Oh,
incomplete.
Looked like he caught that ball. I don't know if we got that on camera. Ooh, that looked like a good catch to me.
Did. It looked like he had both feet down. I think in high school ball you just have to have one. But that line judge, he took a long time. That one that's right in front of us took a long time to call it incomplete, and he was 20, 25 yards down the field from where it went out of bounds.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Graham looking to the left. Good wheel route. He plays it downfield and intercepted by the Cougars. That's number 10, David Williams.
He's moving. He's pumped. Wants to celebrate with his buddies. I mean, that was really both of them. So you have
really good play by the Tigers, but Graham's ball.
Jake tipping that ball up, getting there ahead of time, and then just being able to pick that off and bring that down. And that is we're trying to understand here what Plattsburgh's doing, bringing in the backup quarterback, but they're firing. They're trying to get that ball down the field. And just a really great heads-up play by the Cougars to both tip that ball up and to pick that off.
All right, Cougars back on the field. Decker in the gun. 4 receivers out. Decker takes the snap, has a blitz coming from the right. He's able to get through the first pressure and gets a nice gain out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that play call, was that the play, just a keeper? You've got the lead. You need the clock. He had nobody in the backfield. Everybody spread out wide.
Oh, they didn't give him quite the spot. I thought it looks like 2nd and 3.
Yeah, I'm interested, right? Were you trying to – when he ran out of bounds, too, which that stops the clock.
Decker with 2 guys in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff to Miller. Looking downfield. Decker takes a big hit. Falls forward right at the line.
And kind of gets a shove there when he's down on the ground by number 8.
And 3rd and 1 upcoming.
Again, these play calls are interesting to me that you're calling these keepers to Logan. So we got a 3rd and 1 here. It seems like maybe we're trying to kind of put the nail in the coffin and come up with a big pass play here to end it.
Decker takes a snap, handing to Derling. Derling gets stopped right at the line and brings up 4th down. Still a yard to go.
Good tackle by 51, wrapping up his legs, Caden, and helping him up afterwards. So the Cougars, let's see if they're going to go for the first or they're going to go for field position. So here just 4th and a short 1. I put it on their line here to protect them.
2 in the backfield with Decker. Takes the snap, gives it to Miller right up the middle.
It's going to be close.
And depending on the spot, he came in short. They're going to give it to him. First down, Cougars.
That was close. Here, the near judge, he called it a first down from his side. It looked like Cannon was able to get up to that line, but then he was kind of pulled back But regardless, he was able to finish it. Caleb Hipple back in the game. Good to see him out there after taking that leg injury earlier in the game.
Decker in the gun, Derlin behind him. First down play. Handoff to Derlin. He gets to the edge and out of bounds after a nice gain. Looks like he's got enough for a first down.
Good way, good blocking there on the edge by Cannon. Hold the defender, and
First and 10 for the Cougars.
Levi able to get that first down and some. Plattsburg not showing a lot of pep out there, not a lot of energy.
Same set for the Cougars, 2 in the back with Decker. Handoff to Miller with the lead blocker, Derlin out in front. Miller goes down inbounds. Gets a short gain.
Very similar play than the last play, except this time they ran into Cannon, and Levi had to set that edge on the outside. I like that he stayed in bounds, right? You know, that's 30 seconds off the clock. Just by not running out of bounds but staying in bounds and help kind of move what feels like the inevitable at this time forward.
For receivers, Decker alone in the back. Decker takes a snap, has time, looking at an option. Pressure comes from the backside, and Decker throws it away. That does stop the clock. 3rd down and 8.
And those kind of passes make me a little nervous here. He kind of hopped and floated it. I don't know if he was trying to pass it out of bounds or if he was trying to finish it up. We got some kids running around behind us. But that was kind of a tough pass play, tough choice.
Three receivers to the left for the Cougars. Decker in the gun, low snap. He's able to handle it. Looks downfield, has Sullivan. Sullivan takes the big hit and holds on.
Sullivan hangs on. That's enough for a Cougar.
I can't believe he completed that pass. He's paying for it there. He's down. He's hurt. Can we watch that on replay, Brian? You already replayed it.
Yeah, it almost looked like that could have been a targeting.
Comes across here in the middle and just lowers his shoulder. I mean, that's a clean tackle there, but you feel that one. That's going to be what an impressive catch to hang on to that ball after getting hit like that.
That's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Cougars.
Got some kids playing tag behind us here. Okay. Jake up on his feet, going over the sideline. Good to see him pop back up. Big just dropped his shoulder into him as he caught the ball. Just impressive that he hung on to that ball after the hit. I thought it was incomplete.
Here's a look at it one more time.
He's coming across. Yeah, it wasn't a cheap hit or anything like that by number 13. Just caught it right in front of him, and he popped him down.
Clock is restarted. 1st and goal from the 8. 2 in the backfield, 1 receiver out to the left. That's Miller. Handoff to David Williams. And he gets... Oh, no, that was Derlin.
Yeah, that was Levi. Yeah, he tried to kind of sidestep, look for the opening, but nothing opened up there. And again, it's not in the world, right? I mean, little short gain, 30 seconds off the clock. That's important. Got Sullivan getting tested for a concussion there on the sideline. Appreciate Freeman always sends us a trainer able to check on our guys, help take care of us. We appreciate that.
Miller and Derling in the backfield. Handoff to Derling. He breaks through a tackle and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Cougars, Levi Burley
Great way to stay upright,
in the end zone.
Create that play there. And a big lead for the Cougars now. Tigers look defeated. They're not even. Some guys out there just kind of staying flat-footed. Not finishing.
6:56 on the official clock. We'll get that down to our scoreboard. This is an untimed play on the two-point conversion. Decker hands to Miller. Miller pushing forward and stopped short of the goal line.
And it looks just short. Just short. Cougars
right.
now with a major commanding lead.
32-point lead for the Cougars.
Man, what a game. The Cougars have been, the past several games playing against Greenfield, our first loss of the season, then Appleton City, our second loss of the season last week. Those games were close. It just felt like our team were almost there. That there was good pieces of it, but just costly mistakes, but you can see the growth of this team today really play out. As the Cougars have been able to really just they have owned the second half. Owned the second half completely.
David Williams there to take the kickoff. Takes a tough bounce. Number 4, Gavin Boyle's able to handle it. Williams comes down to make the tackle. Boyle's able to sneak through, still on his feet, turns it back, and all the way up past the 30-yard line, brought down for first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, he was able to scramble and make something out of nothing. Cougars are able to get some hands on him, but I think we're going to start seeing our twos out there here pretty soon, if not already. See some of our second team, yep. Yeah, we got some of our twos out there now. Great opportunity for them to get quality game time experience.
Braden Graham, the quarterback for the Tigers. 2 wide receivers to the right. Graham looks downfield over the middle, and pass deflected by David Williams. Incomplete.
Dangerous pass there, as Williams was right there. Oh, he's strapping him down, as he says. Put that seatbelt on. Feels pretty confident about his play right now. 13 taking his time to get back to the huddle. Feels like this is the game that the Tigers are just trying to get over with. Nobody's hustling back up to the line.
Graham in the backfield with Bingham. Rolls to his left, buying time, looking over the middle. Good catch by Boyle downfield. And there is a flag on the play in the secondary.
Usually that's on the defense. Trying to see here what the...
It was thrown from the back judge.
Yeah, usually these kind of flags are holding. Oh, okay, block in the back.
Pass interference.
Pass interference, excuse me. Penalty declined. Big catch by the Tigers. Even if the guy's energy level isn't there, the play calls are still there. They're still trying to attack and push the ball down the field, just not run out the clock.
Graham and Bingham in the backfield. Graham rolling to his left. Pass across his body to the middle. Complete again to Boyle. Gain of about 6, maybe 7.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
Second down.
That was a good pass. Cougars were there in coverage, able to tackle him really quick. Got a quick pass into a crowd.
Quick restart.
Touchdown.
Graham to number 13,
Oh, nice.
Langton. And a nice pickup. Cougars are able to bring him down before the end zone, but first and goal.
Yeah, I looked there for a second that he had no. It was just him. It was just him in the goal line. So Williams looked like he came in there and was able to bring him down and push him out of bounds.
First and goal from the 6-yard line. Low snap. Graham's able to control it. Throws it up for grabs and can't find Bingham in the end zone. Incomplete.
That's anytime you see that type of loft on the pass, that's get a little pretty nervous. But the Cougars were in there with that pressure, and so I think he had to float that over when he probably wanted to throw it just more direct.
Second and goal from the 6. Graham and Bingham in the backfield, 2 wide receivers to the left. Graham looking to the left, has pressure, has a receiver in the end zone, and that's a touchdown for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's just putting it up where his receivers can get it. There's a definite size advantage. They've got some big, tall receivers. Is that number 13 there?
Yeah, that's Rylan Langton.
Yeah, Langton. He's 6'1". Just kind of put it up there where his receiver could get it, and he was able to make that play. Just jumped over the defender.
60-34. Now the score. 2-point conversion attempt for the Tigers. Graham takes the snap, roll into his left, pass to the corner, and caught, but way out of the end zone.
Yeah, receiver waited for it. Thought he had the open, but by the time he saw him and passed it up there, he was too far out of the backside of the end zone. So, good touchdown drive there. You got to have the respect for, but they're still, like I said, the heart of the guys looks a little bit different, just how they're moving. Tigers are moving pretty slow, but the play calling is still aggressive. So I wonder if we're going to see some type of onside kick here, try to get a quick possession back again. It's interesting that College Heights fans are all kind of quiet here. You kind of expect a little bit more energy here, knowing that we've got, a state-ranked team with their back against the wall.
Yeah, obviously the starting quarterback going out injured kind of takes the energy out of the game. Kickoff. Good job by number 15, Anderson Smith, to cover it. It'll be first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, good job. We kind of figured that onside kick was coming, and a good job to fall on it and maintain possession. Coach Lucas still has the ones out there on offense, trying to just keep a good, steady time to run the clock.
Decker and Derling in the backfield. Derling gets the handoff going right, cuts it back to stay in play. Flag comes in.
So, great job by Levi just pushing through there. Kind of just see what the call is here. He's facing the
Holding.
holding.
Holding on the offense.
So we'll see where they call the foul from. Yeah, from, okay, exactly midfield. That's going to put the Cougars back in a second, or excuse me, that'll be a replay of downs. First, and what is that, 18? First and real long. Shot clock. Thinking the wrong sport here.
Clock did restart.
Got to get to the line quick. 2,
1 second on the play clock.
Look, are they going to call delay a game?
Wow.
I disagree with that call.
Yeah, there's still I said 1 second as I looked at it, and they snapped the ball.
I was watching the clock outside, and yeah, it was 1 second left whenever he snapped it.
Well, sometimes the refs want to feel important too.
Regardless, the clock's still rolling.
Yeah.
Right. The game clock.
That's almost an advantage for the.
It really is.
So 1st and 23. Handoff to Derling. He's able to cut it back to stay in play. Gets through. And Derling, big gain out at the 25-yard line. First down for the Cougars.
Good blocking. Good running by Levi, what we've seen all night long. And he just gets that edge, and just once he gets that edge, he can create. So that went from 1st and forever, right?
1st and 23.
Now a 1st and 10 on the other side of the field. And Tigers look like they don't have much in them anymore.
Derling gives the handoff to Miller, going right up the middle. Gain of 4.
Now imagine offensively, this is what we're going to see here for a little bit, at least on this drive. Got a handoff to Levi, followed up by a handoff to Miller. So this time it's Levi's turn. Maybe we'll see something coming through an end around. But Cannon got the last one, so it's Levi's turn.
Miller's going to go outside to the right with Cronowit. Derling in the backfield with Decker. Handoff to Derling. He gets a short gain, bringing up 3rd down and 3.
A good run by Levi. So it's now 3rd and, what would you say that is, Brian?
3.
3. All right, so by the playbook, it's Cannon's turn for the handoff. They're going to keep that same rhythm, that same pattern.
Yeah, if they can get a first down here, that all but finishes the game. 3 minutes left to play.
Got Cannon in the backfield.
Decker to Miller, stuffed at the line.
Yeah, we call that the Statue of Liberty, Brian.
4th and 2.
All right, so that was Cannon's turn. So now we should see Levi. I'm going to roll the dice, though. I'm going to say we got a keeper.
Yeah, I'd say the play call is going to be a fake handoff, a bootleg out to the left.
I'm going to go right. Go right. Let's see what we got here. Now the motion's going to go right to left. Hey,
Decker keeps it and gets the first down. It was more right than left.
I think the word you're looking for is correct than right.
He's inside the pocket, so it doesn't,
that's to the right.
It's definitely
Brian.
not a bootleg.
Yeah,
so,
now new set of downs for the Cougars. They're going to run this clock down. I think at this point, they should be able to just take the victory formation and just snap it. I don't think that Plattsburg wants to stop the clock anymore and call any timeouts.
Decker gives it to Derling.
Touchdown.
And Derling pushes right to the goal line, stopped just short. That's enough for another first down, though. Clock stops while they reset the chains. And now they're going to wind it.
Cougars here, instead of taking the victory formation, go ahead and push it all the way up there to the 1. Want to hear what we're going to see. Take it all the way down as far as they can. 1st and goal. There we go. They're going to take a knee.
Decker takes the knee out of the shotgun. That's hurting his rushing yards.
Man, what a win for the Cougars. Now, this is such a huge statement win for the College Heights Cougars here, playing against a state-ranked team, coming here who I'm sure thought they had the advantage. And this will take the Cougars to 4-2. Next week, a tough game against another state-ranked team at Lockwood. And so that's going to be a huge game. And then we've got Jasper, who's had a tough season, and then finished this regular season at Drexel, which is another state-ranked team. So 4 out of the last 5 games are against state-ranked teams. And the Cougars here pull one off in a dominant second-half performance. Back and forth in the first half, but then the second half, all Cougars. The only points scored by Plattsburg were on that kind of last drive with 6 minutes left with their backup quarterback. So you sure hope that their starting quarterback's healthy. That's not too serious of injury because he's obviously such a great player and you know, changed the dynamic as a passer and as a runner. But he just never looked right after that kind of that drive he had there for that touchdown after he came back in after the injury. And so, huge win for the program. You got to be proud. Well-coached game. And really proud of our New Heights Cougars and how far they've come as a program in the past 3 years, how far they've come this season, and really, you know, what a statement win looking for the rest of this season.
All right, that's all we have from here. We'll send you through the second half recap as we close it out.
Christian Academy.
New Heights, same biblical focus. New Heights, same academic drive.
We will continue to shape articulate, confident Christians ready to step into the world with a strong moral compass, secure in themselves and their beliefs.
Taking Christian education to new heights.